Hi, Adya.
Hi, good morning.
Let me start off by saying almost all the time I feel like I'm very unawake.
You feel like you're very unawake.
Unawake, most of the time.
Yeah.
And
well, that's just your idea of yourself that's unawake.
The times when I have felt very awake, and I don't feel it really at this moment, but it surprised me. It's if I try to do this for me, it seems like it doesn't work.
Yes.
But if I try to do it for, and I don't know what that other, but for other. Mm-hmm. If I try to do it for, and even to say for the rest of life or for other people or something isn't quite right, but to do it for some other, something other than me, then sometimes there is this presence that's hugely bigger than me.
Yes.
But it only comes through that, but I'm very confused about it because I didn't want to approach it that way.
You didn't want to approach it that way?
No, I didn't.
How did you want to approach it?
I guess from me.
I see. Yes. I understand. Yes.
But and maybe I started out life being introduced to Christianity.
Yeah.
And although I rejected it belief-wise, which is kind of stupid in some ways because what are beliefs, and I know that, but
you reject one and pick another one up.
Yeah. But there's some emotional core that's still there.
Yeah.
And in my sitting, when I can touch that, then I'm not so in the dark.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Well, see, because there's a transmission with it. With everything. There's the transmission is the formless aspect of it. So there's Christianity as a set of ideas and beliefs and dogma, and then there's the transmission of it. Then there's the Christ rather than the Christianity. You see what I mean? Same thing with Buddhism. There's a transmission of it, and then there's Buddhism up here. And it's neither good or bad, right or wrong, but there's Buddhism, and then there's the transmission of it, right? And that transmission of it, that's what has all the power, that's what has all the meaning. And if you connect in that, in, whichever way you connect in, whatever tradition or no tradition, but you connect in that, it's like a life spring, right? That's underneath. And you're right, we can't access it from a purely personal place because it's the personal me that we wake up from. Right? The personal me is basically a denial machine for the truth of what you really are. Right? It just keeps you running around on the surface of consciousness, the periphery.
That sounds absolutely right.
Yeah. And when you see that and you realize, what do I do about it? Nothing. You see, because the me wants you to always be engaged in its drama, right? It doesn't matter. Even if it's to be engaged in its drama as a means of disengaging it from its drama. You see? Be involved with me, you see, because by doing that you'll get beyond me. No, it's just a very subtle strategy. But when you leave it to be, just leave the me alone. Don't deny it. Don't push it away. Don't try to shove it in a corner because it'll just come out with more vehemence. But you just leave it alone for a moment. That's what I meant when I said, is it possible to just leave form alone for a moment? To leave the me alone, just as it is. Whether it's confused or unconfused, whether it's happy or unhappy, is it possible just to leave it alone? Because that's what surrender means, to really leave it alone. You're surrendering to something to that vastness. Because is there not a vastness of awareness, of consciousness at this moment? Is there not consciousness, awareness at this moment?
It's there, and for me, when it's there more strongly, it's more like heart than like open mind, which is also what I didn't expect.
Open heart.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And if I try, I also find that, and I often try to do this, if I try to keep it in some way, then it doesn't happen.
Right, because you can't own it, can you?
But I can actually, I feel like sometimes I can give it away. And then if I don't want it anymore and I try to give it away, then it's all fine. It's good.
You can dismiss it?
No, I mean, give it away in terms of wish it for...
You can do that.
For everything.
Mm-hmm. You can wish for everybody for what they already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wish they recognize what they already have, what they already are. Yeah. So what did you want to ask me?
If this, what I sometimes see as Christianity sneaking into what I feel as Christianity sneaking into my practice is a problem.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is it a problem? Is that what you're asking? I think you know the answer to that.
Yeah, I think it's not a problem. But part of me actually still does think it's a problem.
Why?
Because I feel like I'm not doing quite what you recommend.
Fine. What do you imagine that you're doing that I wouldn't recommend?
I'm going to have to stew on that one a little bit.
Okay. I mean, if that's the essence of of the question. See? I don't care what opened you to your own presence, to the presence. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care if it's Christian, Hindu, Jewish, Buddhist, or total atheist. It doesn't matter to me, or agnostic. That's not the point, really. If any of that helps, by all means, go with what resonates for you. You see, because I don't have an ism that I'm proposing. There's no ism here. But I'll use any ism that I think will help somebody. Because I can see this in all of it. In all of it. Right? It's the same underlying... It's the same underlying reality in all of it. It just wears different faces, right? Over here it wears the face of Jesus, over here it wears the face of Buddha, over here it wears the face of this being, of that being. Eventually you see that it's wearing all the faces, including this face right here in front of me, right? Because we take this as so personal, we think, I want to awaken. But what's actually happening is life, existence, is becoming conscious through you. The awakening is about life or existence, spirit. That's what's awakening. That's what's happening. That's what's becoming conscious, right? That's the push, the yearning that you feel. And we personalize that into me, but it's actually, it's coming right from life, from existence, from that underlying presence. That's what's pushing to awaken.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you.
All right, enjoy yourself.